Good day, everyone. Writing management plan is divided into two discussions. First, I will discuss the principles behind writing management plan, and the second part will be discussed by Ms. Nanette Belisario Joaquin, and it will be the steps in writing management plan. Management plan. Management planning is the process of assessing an organization's goals and creating a realistic, detailed plan of action for meeting those goals. Much like writing a business plan, a management plan takes into consideration short and long-term corporate strategies. The basic steps in the management planning process involved creating a roadmap that outlines each task the company must accomplish to meet its overall objectives. Set up the vision, mission, and goals of an institution. It is highly significant to note that each of these aspects has a bearing on writing a management plan. Vision. Vision of a school is built on a set of beliefs about the organization, its people, environment, culture, structure, facilities, planning process, etc. Vision is of two types, the near vision and distant vision. Distant vision is the dream or imagination. Short-term vision is the vision within the visible range of time and quality. Therefore, vision is a creative endeavor. A vision is a practical guide for creating plans, setting goals and objectives, making decisions, and coordinating and evaluating the work on any project, large or small. A vision helps keep organizations and groups focused and together, especially with complex projects and in stressful times. Vision statements give direction for employee behavior and help provide inspiration. Strategic plans may require a marketing strategy, which could include the vision statement to also help inspire consumers to work with the organization. A vision statement is a view into the future with hope and a positive outlook. Mission. Mission is the end of the road target that any school wants to achieve. Missions are futuristic and directional statement of purpose of an institution. The mission statement, therefore, provides the basis for judging the success of an organization and its programs. It helps to verify if the organization is on the right track and making the right decisions. It provides direction and a strategic planning framework when the organization must adapt to new demands. Mission statements are an incredibly important navigational tool when you are thinking about the future of your company or department. By identifying the purpose of your work, you can better understand the goals your company should be committed to accomplishing. Goals. Goals are like mileposts. Each goal contributes to the achievement of mission. The goals determine activities, programs, and processes of an institution. Also, the goals determine the way a program is to be offered. As you create your goals, you will focus on what you want to accomplish. Planning how to accomplish those goals will force you to organize them and also to prioritize them and put them in perspective. Planning helps to stay focused and to keep your perspective. Keep your perspective on your purpose and on your future. Planning, organization, and management. Planning, organization, and management assume significance in the context of the head for ensuring the quality of primary education and in developing the skills pertaining to teacher development. While a plan is a course of action towards the realization of the goal, it also supports SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, results-based, and time-bounded goal setting. In particular, planning helps to critically assess the goal to see if it is realistic. It facilitates decision-making and allows setting a time frame by predicting when the company can achieve its goal. Organizing is the function that managers undertake to desire, structure, and arrange the components of an organization's internal environment to facilitate attainment of organizational goals. Organizing creates the framework needed to reach a company's objectives and goals. Every function of management is important as it contributes towards achievement of organizational goals. Planning. Planning is the foundation of all management. While planning cannot eliminate unexpected events, without planning, all events become unexpected. Planning is the first and most important function of management. It is needed at every level of management. In the absence of planning, all the business activities of the organization will become meaningless. The importance of planning has increased all the more in view of the increasing size of organizations and their complexities. Planning has again gained importance because of uncertain and constantly changing business environment. In the absence of planning, it may not be impossible but certainly difficult to guess the uncertain events of future. In particular, planning helps to critically assess the goal to see if it is realistic. It facilitates decision making and allows setting a time frame by predicting when the company can achieve its goals. A good plan should aim at the improvement of physical facilities, teachers, library services, curricular, co-curricular activities, participation in community programs, and the like. A good plan is based upon clear, well-defined, and easily understood objectives. General objectives like improving morale or increasing profits are ambiguous in nature and do not lend to specific steps and plans. If possible, objectives must be quantified for sake of simplicity. There are 9 basic features of a good plan, and they are: The 9 basic features of a good plan by Smriti Chand. Number 1, it should define objectives. Objectives are the ultimate goals towards which all activities are directed. A statement which lays down objectives should be clear and definite, and everyone in the organization should understand it in the same sense. Number 2, it should be simple. If a plan is expressed in a language which is not understandable by the personnel of the concern, or it is complicated, it may create problems for those who are to actually put it into action. Number 3, it should be clear. A good plan must not contain anything that is ambiguous or indefinite. Number 4, it should be comprehensive. A good plan should contain all that is necessary for the attainment of the objectives of the enterprise. If a master plan is prepared for the whole organization, it will be more useful as it can be seen that nothing is left from it. Number 5, it should be flexible. A flexible plan adjusts the changes in the plans without any delay. Hence, a plan must not be rigid. A plan should be broad enough to meet the future challenges and uncertainties. Number 6, it should be economical. A plan should be made keeping in mind the resources available with a concern and making optimum utilization of the available resources. In other words, a plan must recover its cost and should result in the least operating cost. Number 7, it should establish standards. A plan must lay down the standards to be achieved. The actual performance is compared with the standards and deviations, if any, are noted. Number 8, it should be balanced. It is necessary to ensure that there is a proper coordination between different types of plans, such as short-term and long-term plans, plans of different departments, etc. A business enterprise usually has a number of departments: production, marketing, finance, etc. Each department frames its own plans. It is for the management to see that all these plans are well balanced. Number 9, it should be practicable. A plan is worth only if it is practically workable and realistic. It should be formulated, keeping in view the limitations of planning. If a plan is good in theory but bad in practice, it is of no use. Similarly, if the desired results are not achieved by a plan, it leads to frustration at all levels in the organization. Another features of a good management plan. Number 1, planning is a process rather than behavior at a given point of time. The process determines the future course of action. Planning is primarily concerned with looking into future, which requires forecasting of the future situation. Planning involves selection of suitable course of action. Planning is undertaken at all levels of management and is concerned with the future course of action. Planning is flexible as commitment is based on future conditions, which are always dynamic. Planning is a continuous managerial function involving the process of perception, analysis, conceptual thought, communication, decision, and action. What areas should be considered in writing a management plan? First, curriculum delivery. Second, school environment. And third, parent involvement. Curriculum delivery. Curriculum is the foundation of the education system. Describe the knowledge and skills that students are expected to develop and to demonstrate in their classwork, on tests, and in various other activities on which their achievement is assessed. To set a goal for improving the way curriculum is delivered, principals, teachers, school councils, parents, and other community members participating in the improvement planning process must understand the expectations set. School environment. Effective schools share a set of characteristics that add up to an environment that fosters student achievement. By setting goals to improve a school's environment, principals, teachers, school councils, parents, and other community members can make their schools more effective places in which to learn. Parent involvement. To ensure parents are informed about and involved in their children's education, schools must foster partnerships with parents. Parental involvement is one of the most significant factors in a child's success. It is crucial that all schools set a goal in their improvement plans for increasing it. Management planning process. Establish goals. The first step of the management planning process is to identify specific company goals. This portion of the planning process should include a detailed overview of each goal, including the reason for its selection and anticipated outcomes of goal-related projects. Where possible, objectives should be described in quantitative or qualitative terms. An example of a goal is to raise profits by 25% over a 12-month period. Identify resources. Each goal should have financial and human resources projections associated with its completion. For example, a management plan may identify how many salespeople it will require and how much it will cost to meet the goal of increasing sales by 25%. Establish goal-related tasks. Each goal should have tasks or projects associated with its achievement. For example, if a goal is to raise profits by 25%, a manager will need to outline the task required to meet that objective. Examples of tasks might include increasing the sales staff or developing advanced sales training techniques. Prioritize goals and tasks. Prioritizing goals and tasks is about ordering objectives in terms of their importance. The task being most important will theoretically be approached and completed first. The prioritizing process may also reflect steps necessary in completing a task or achieving a goal. For example, If a goal is to increase sales by 25% and an associated task is to increase sales staff, the company will need to complete the steps toward achieving that objective in chronological order. Create assignments and timelines. As the company prioritizes projects, it must establish timelines for completing associated tasks and assign individuals to complete them. This portion of the management planning process should consider the abilities of staff members and the time necessary to realistically complete assignments. For example, the sales manager in this scenario may be given monthly earning quotas to stay on track for the goal of increasing sales by 25%. Establish evaluation methods. A management planning process should include a strategy for evaluating the progress toward goal completion throughout an established time period. One way to do this is through requesting a monthly progress report from department heads. Okay, thank you very much and have a good day.